Welcome, everybody. My name is Brent Hoskins, and I serve as Executive Director of BTA. And we've been doing these BTA 101 calls the last several years. And the idea, of course, is just to provide a little bit of insight into the association and the benefits of your membership. We have found that our members kind of fall into two categories. They're either brand new members and they just haven't gotten up to speed and knowing all that BTA offers, or they're long-term members and they haven't gotten up to speed to see what all BT offers. I mean, there's just a lot of benefits, and people tend to kind of zero in on a few of them, whether it's legal services or webinars or events, et cetera, and maybe lose sight of the fact that we have a lot of other benefits that we offer to our members. So the staff here is pretty small. There's just five of us. Largely in Kansas City. We got one remote employee in Hawaii, believe it or not. But collectively, we have more than 90 years of experience with the association. And I say that to say that we know a lot of folks in the industry. We obviously know a lot about the industry, just never as a dealership principal, never working for a dealership, although I think Brian worked for a dealership a number of years ago. But collectively, we've been at the association a lot of years. And if you ever think that we can help you in some way, connect you with somebody, answer a question, if you're looking for some information you think BTA might be able to help, please, don't hesitate to reach out to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Brian just walk through the website, and I'm going to interrupt him a few times along the way, perhaps. And if you've got questions along the way, this is really informal, so just interrupt us and let us know. So Brian, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you, Brent, and appreciate you all attending, taking time out of your schedules to attend. We'll try to keep this, well under 30 minutes if we can, so you can get back to work. This is the bta.org is the BTA homepage, and we encourage everybody to set up a login and just do that. You go up here, hit login. This window will pop up. And if you need to create one, or you sign in or create one and get the necessary information there, just your name and password and information. And when you do that, you are automatically taken to the info hub, what we call the info hub. I'm already signed in as Adam Gregory right here. So he's the BTA, well, he's the past BTA president. His term ended July 1st. So we've got a new president, Deborah Dennis, out of South Carolina is the new president. But once you log in, the important things here is this My Info. You click on that and you can update your company information. So as the primary, you can come in here and update, and it's underneath the related businesses. You can update number of locations, the brands you carry, number of employees, and this is done by the primary of your company. The other area here would be related contacts. This would be all the people listed underneath Adam in his store or his dealership. And this add contact will only show up if you're the primary, but otherwise you can come in here and edit and change information there on the info hub. There's also a member directory that you can click on. And if you're looking for somebody that sells your brand of equipment, you just click on the member directory. It shows up. And if you want to customize, my hamsters are running slow today. So if you want to customize your results, you click on, you can come in here and customize and look for a particular brand if you want to carry the particular brand right here. So let's say you're interested in finding out who's a Konica Minolta dealer. Just click on the brands carried, click done, and then this will pop up and give you the individuals that carry the Konica Minolta brand. The only caveat here is if they just brought on the brand recently or they dropped the brand and they haven't updated their database here, then it wouldn't show Konica Minolta. You just have to call them. But if you click on one of these information, then it gives you the information. Kevin Jackson is the primary, and so there you've got the business. And if you want to find somebody in the town or a city, same concept. You just come in there and you put in the city, and that'll take you to the city that you're looking for. And then if you need to once you get to the info hub right here, the BTA homepage. You just click on that. It takes you to the BTA homepage. I'll get rid of this. So from the info hub, you go directly to bta.org. And this is what I'd like to do is kind of start with the About Us tab. And it kind of gives us an idea of the board of directors, information about BTA. And I want to point out the board of directors simply for a fact that you can use them as networking opportunities. If you've got a question about BTA and what it handles, surely give any of us at BTA a call. But a lot of these board members are independent dealers just like yourself. So here's the National Board of Directors. Here's BTA. Deborah Dennis is the current president. Mike Boyle, you got Mike Hicks. There's the past president, Adam Gregory, and district officers. And like I say, I bring this up so that if you've got a question, these individuals eat, sleep, and drink BTA as well. So you've got a contact information. If you've got a question, you can get a hold of them and they can help you out as far as any of that goes. The BTA, and there's also district offices as well. So we've got a West, a Mid-America, Southeast, and a Northeast. And if you click on any one of those, you'll get the officers of that district. And feel free to contact any of these districts that you want to, because each one has an individual underneath them that has their contact. And if you got a question or a thought, give them a holler and they can help you out with that. And then the BTA headquarters staff is right here with Brent, Valerie, Elizabeth, myself, and then Brooke Barker. Brooke is out in Honolulu and soon to be moving towards Philadelphia area, I think, pretty soon. So she'll be heading your way, Ernie, give or take. And then I like to start right here with the benefits button. If you just click on it, all the benefits of BTA pop up. So, but you've got these drop-down menus, so they're the shortcuts for this information, but you can kind of go there. And I'll just start on the member benefits page and kind of go down here quickly. The BTA legal services is one of our most used benefits. And Greg Goldberg is now taking over for his dad, Bob Goldberg. You might remember the name Bob Goldberg through the years, but Greg is his son, and he's taken over the legal services. But if you just come here and you click on that, and you can view a host of legal documents that are Word documents that you can cut and paste and customize to your dealership. So it's a great way. And the way it would work is if you had, if it affects the industry as a whole, Greg will help you out a lot more than if it just affects you. So an example of that would be a dealer manufacturer agreement, which would affect you and others. He would look at that versus your landlord agreement, which it just affects you. So my recommendation is you just give Greg a call and start talking to him. And if he says, well, here's the information, or he'll say, well, I can't really help you with that. So I would go ahead and take advantage of Greg and just ask him the questions that you've got. And we do BTA approved contracts. So there's approved contracts as well. And so you can contact Greg and say, hey, do you have an approved contract for a Kyocera dealer? So the legal services is a big benefit right there. Then kind of going through, we've got business support services. So it's Ask the Analyst. There's just a host of them. Each one of these is a link. I'll touch on the BTA member app here in a little bit, but you got just all these links. So you got shipping, you got on hold, you got insurance programs. So there's just a wealth of information right there. And then we've got the channel trends, which is the business equipment quota index, is probably one of the things that if you've got two sales reps, and one of them is knocking the cover off the ball, and the other one you're wondering if he's getting out of the house every day, then you order the Becky, and what it does is it gives you the potential of a given territory all the way down to the zip code, and you can purchase the state that you're in for $150, up to 4 states, I think, that you can purchase, and you get discount codes with your membership that you could apply to some of those Beckies. Now, if you don't do the entire state, like Kansas City, Missouri, we're on the border of Missouri and Kansas. So if I didn't go to Wichita and I didn't go to St. Louis to do my selling, I would get the Kansas City MSA, Metropolitan Statistical. I forget the last word. But the MSA, which just shows the zip codes of the counties in and around Kansas City, Missouri. So I wouldn't get all the information for St. Louis. But the MSA is $125, and a lot of people just go ahead and buy the Becky, the full state if they want. So the Becky's a pretty cool tool that a lot of the manufacturers utilize that to set your quotas. So check that out. Then Dealer Helping Dealer is something that was born out of the COVID era. We decided to try to figure out a way to get people together and meet. And so there's 6 groups, I believe. There's like 3 owners groups. There's a sales managers group, a service managers group, and then there's an eAutomate users group that we just started. But these are private groups that up to 30 non-competing dealers could be in there. So we try to put you into a group that you could speak freely about best practices. And a lot of the individuals exchange, emails and names and phone numbers and carry on even besides the discussion groups. I know Brent started this, and he likes to touch on this a little bit.
I'll chime in. Brian did mention that this started during the COVID era. It was in May of 2020. So you knew how the world was in May of 2020. And so we had this idea of bringing dealers together. And at the time, we were all talking about, what do we do now? All the challenges presented by the COVID and the lockdown and shutdown and whatever it was at the time. Now we don't talk about anything else. We talk about everything else, but COVID stuff. And so what we do, it's like we do it via Zoom, and when they register, we just ask a simple question: are there topics or questions you'd like the group to address in our next call? And then that takes us an hour to go through. We always have ample questions and topics. 2 of these groups have been meeting every 2 weeks since May of 2020, so they're up to like 110 calls. And so there's a kind of a core group of folks that have been with us all along, but we've been adding to the groups. Some have, pulled away from the groups, just wasn't a good fit for them, or the timing wasn't right, or whatever. But we do make sure that they are not competing dealerships. Unlike BTA membership as a whole, where you might have, a competing dealer also as a member of BTA. Within this group, we make sure that none of the folks are competing with one another. So it's simple, it's free, it's part of membership. If that's of interest to you, you could just email me at brent@bta.org. And what I would do is I'd send you the list of the participating companies in the groups, and you could see which one might be a good fit for you. One of the reasons we have 3 owners groups is for that very reason, so that if you go, well, I got a competitor in this one, but maybe one of these 2 would work. Please consider it. I know everybody's got very busy schedules, but we've got people in these groups that kind of talk to the group as being their virtual board of directors. They really help one another, and they've gotten to know each other quite well. And then what's fun to see is when we have one of our in-person events, almost every one in the last few years, I see some of these folks meeting in person for the first time. And so it's just a nice member benefit. It's you may have heard a little bit about it. We publicize it from time to time, but encourage you to take a look. And if it's not a good fit for you, then after you've attended a few times, you'll know. But what I tell people is attend when you can. I'll keep you on the invite list until you tell me not to. And then a lot of people are there every time or every other time, but because we know schedules preclude to attend every time. It's, often 2 of the groups meet every other week. The other groups meet monthly. So something to think about. Thank you, Brian.
Okay. Then there's 3 legs to the Dealer Helping Dealer. There's a question and answer, so that you could send in a question and ask about anything in the industry. And then it's sent out to the industry or the dealership membership as a whole. And we get the answers back, and those answers are posted on the website. And there's usually one question that is posted in the Office Technology magazine every month. The third stool is the Repair Network. And what this is if you've got a national account in your area and you want to go ahead and try to, and they've got, let's say down in New Mexico, they got a location down there. What you do with this is you sign up, and you would look for, let's just say Arizona. So let's just say you had somebody in Arizona. You would click on that, find the contact information of that company, and call them and work out the deal with them. And there's usually a brands carried, and so you'd have an idea. So it's very easy to log in. You just click there, log in. It's just got a few questions to ask, and you're set up. And if we can get the country covered with that, then it would help out a lot if you're trying to do some placements elsewhere. So the three legs of the dealer helping dealer is pretty good, and I encourage you to take advantage of some of that information. Then we've got the education. We've got workshops, physical workshops, the Pro Finance workshop, virtual CIO workshop. Those are in-person workshops. And then we have building my business webinars and diversifying my business webinars, and a host of other webinars that you could attend online and not take up much time. And then we've also got some IT certification. We've got the CompTIA exam voucher, so that if you're taking a test for any of these products, check out BTA and see if there isn't a exam voucher for you. And then this IT University, encourage you to kind of look at if you got some people that are trying to do some IT training. So there's the Lifetime Library. So there's some great information here, and it's kind of a self-paced education so that you could give for some refreshers to some of your people. So the IT information is good. We've got our monthly magazine, the Office Technology Magazine, and then the weekly hotline, some product comparisons that are available to you. And then the BTA Scholarship Program is something that we're very proud of. We started this in probably before 1986, I think, or 1968, something like that, Brent.
Yep.
But
Yep.
84, 85 school year we started, and we've given away $1.89 million. And Brent loves to write the checks to the well-deserved people. So I'll let him say a few words on it.
So it's kind of funny, thank you, Brian, where he says 84, 85 school year. It actually started in the late 60s, but BTA was then NAMDA in 1984, 85, and we moved from Chicago to Kansas City. And that's the reason, because we don't have the records. The records, for whatever reason, were kind of lost to us. So we know what we've kept track of, and that was from 84, 85. So Brian mentioned, it's fun to write the checks, and yeah, it is, because we are, giving educational scholarships to, the sons and daughters of member dealerships, sons and daughters of full-time employees of member dealerships. And right now, even as we speak, although I kind of cleared that table earlier today behind me, I was working on those checks because they're being mailed out for the 25-26 school year. We have 40 of them, totaling $84,500 in scholarships. 5 of those are Patriot Pack scholarships. It's kind of a new addition to it. And when Brian was on the home page a minute ago, and you could look at on your own, there's kind of a promotion for that. And then of course it's listed. Is it listed there? Right. So that's part of the ride that Mike Stramalio and others, maybe you're familiar with that, do every year. And they made our scholarship foundation the fundraiser for that, the charitable cause. In the case of Patriot Pack scholarships, the son or daughter of the full-time employee, that full-time employee needs to be a U.S. military veteran. And so this year we've awarded 5 of those. They've had sizable number of contributions. Those scholarships are even larger than those that BTA has offered. And one of the member dealers' daughter, I believe it is, we're mailing her a check for $11,000. So imagine how far that goes to college tuition. So what we're going to be doing soon is there is a poster. I don't know if it's already there or not, Brian, but we do have a poster. I guess
I clicked on it. I don't think it's uploaded
and once
yet.
the application is available in December of this year, 2025, the application will be available. The deadline for applications for the 26-27 school year is May 1 of next year. And so when the scholarship application goes up in December, we will be posting a little poster that you can click on, download, print out, hang in your break room at your dealership. Because if you think about it, this is one of, if not the only, BTA member benefit that is available and of value to all of your employees, no matter who they are. If they have a student who's, in college, university, trade school, 2 year, 4 year. I mean, it's not real strict, other than it has to be accredited higher education. But something to think about. It's kind of a member benefit that's forgotten. But if you think about how Brian pointed out, we've given away 1.8 million just going back to 1984. That's a lot of years, but it's also a lot of money. And it's all about helping the students. So thank you, Brian.
Okay. And let's see what else we've got down here. The peer groups, these are separate from the BTA membership. There's 2 peer groups that are additional. So you can, click on this, and if you've got, it's protected territories. So if there's an open spot in here, you can contact the peer group. Valerie Perseno, I think, is the contact information right down here for the SDG group, and then for the pro dealer group, same concept. There's a map that kind of shows you where everybody is located at. And if there's an opening space in your area, you contact them, and then it's a separate dues fee each year. And these peer groups, they meet 2 to 3 times a year, and they do the traveling. Whereas like the dealer helping dealer groups, there's no traveling involved.
Yeah. Let me speak to that just for a moment, Brian, if you don't mind. Maybe click on that map right there. I'm the staff liaison to pro dealer groups, so I go to all their meetings. And one of the things they do, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Todd Johnson and John Hay, Strategic Business Associates, every year the members of the pro dealer group, and also the select dealer group, and also CDA, and also BPCA. So there's 4 peer groups, 2 of them under the BT umbrella. They end up with all the members of all 4 groups fill out a financial survey based on the benchmarks taught in Pro Finance. And what you end up as a member of that group, you end up with, here's me compared to the aggregate of everybody else in my group. So no one sees each other's numbers, but they see the aggregate of everybody else in the group. And each year, Todd Johnson presents the results of that survey to the members of each of the groups. And he talks about where there's some weaknesses perhaps in the group as a whole, or where they should be striving to improve. We recently had a pro dealer group meeting in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we pulled out 3 or 4 of the members who had done particularly well in certain aspects of the financial survey. And the group kind of interviewed them and asked them, what they were doing in their area, that made them kind of standouts within these people responding to the survey. I mentioned that it's all 4 groups, so one of the benefits is he can also say, here's the group and here's the universe. So they use the word of universe of dealers for all 4 of those groups, so you can see what the trends are as it relates to many aspects of the business, many metrics, also the IT side of the business. So there are separate dues for those groups, $1,500 for a select dealer group annual, $995 currently for pro dealer group annual. Pro dealer group's the newer of the 2 groups, a little bit smaller. It's got about 32 members. Pro dealer group is about 39, or select dealer group, sorry, has about 39 members, something like that. It kind of varies. But if that's of interest, reach out to us. We can tell you more. We've got a lot of information we can send to you. But it's like the epitome of what a peer group is all about. These folks get well connected, know each other, visit each other's dealerships, call on each other on a regular basis, helping each other. I've been to every single pro dealer group meeting since it was established in 2011. I think we've had 33 or something of them. We have 3 a year now. And I've seen friendships that go back all the way, and they're really a tight group, and they welcome new members. And I think in the pro dealer group, we had maybe 3 new members, maybe 4 added last year. So if that's at all of interest to you, let us know, and be glad to help you get some more information. So thanks, Brian. Let me interrupt.
Yeah, I just have 2 more things to kind of point out. One would be the BTA members app. And what you can do is just, get on here, scroll, figure out if you're a Google or you're an Apple, Kool-Aid drinker there for Apple. and you can get you can get your the BTA app on your phone. And then Brent mentioned it earlier today that this call is being recorded and it's located underneath the membership tab, BTA 101. If you want to redo it or watch it again, so it's located there as well. And any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
How about it? Anybody got any questions?
No.
All right.
Good.
All right. Well,
Questions?
I'm sorry. Did somebody have a question?
I said no questions.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, thank you, Veronica. Appreciate that. It's mentioned along the way that our emails are simple. Mine, Brent at bta.org, Brian at bta.org, and so on. So I always say we have the easiest emails in the industry, and so addresses. So reach out to us at any time. We'd be glad to help you. Please be mindful of the fact that we do not forget that this is your association. We work for you or the employees of the association, but we're here to help, leverage whatever we can to bring the dealer channel to, greater heights. And I like to say that really all that what we do is ultimately aimed at helping dealerships improve the bottom line. And like I said at the very beginning, 5 employees with more than 90 years of employment at BTA. We've seen it all, and we'd be glad to help in any way we can if you think that we can help us out. Now, Brian's probably the person maybe that you know the best because he regularly every day talks to dealers, and he's really good at finding the answers if he doesn't know the answers. So if you've got some questions about something in the industry, and please be mindful that BTA might be able to help you out. And
Hey, Brent, got a quick question for you. The HR questions or anything related to HR, would that be through Greg?
Yeah, he does regularly have questions related to maybe employment matters, issues, employee handbook, things that maybe ought to be included. So yeah, if you want to reach out to Greg Goldberg, he would be the person. And Greg's phone number can be found on the website, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so under legal services, Greg is in California in
Yeah.
the area.
No, I know where he's
Okay.
close. He's not that far
Yeah.
from us.
Okay, yeah. So there's his phone number and email address. Yeah, he would be the one to help, and that's a very familiar line of questioning for him because he gets that question a lot. So yes, thank you for the question.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all for your membership in the association. We hope this has been of some help, and we hope that you maybe saw a few things along the way. Hey, I didn't know BTA offered that. So, and if you obviously, like I say, this has been recorded. If there's somebody in your business that you'd like to share a recording of this, or you want to listen to some aspect of it later, it will be posted on the BTA website tomorrow. So appreciate it. Stay cool out there. I know it's hot in most of the country right now. So we thank you for your time, your membership in the association, and we look to see you or talk to you down the road. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Folks.